what we do, or besides gaming, they always look at me and with a puzzled look, like, what? You do that, and y'all meet up, and y'all have already met so many times, but that's what we are. We're a hybrid. You know, we're a hybrid between a nonprofit and a social organization and a guild, and you know, and so yeah, we don't really fit into a mold, and I guess that's why we attract, you know, the members we do, for sure. Let me see what else I want to say. Well, I mean, onto the thing I did want to announce that was that's kind of timely. We have recently resumed our officer candidate interviews. So to those of you who have submitted applications on our forums, it's at the very top. There's a bar that says forums. You pull that down, it says leader applications. So for all of you who have submitted, we are going over them, we're reading them. So far I've only interviewed one person, and we're still going through interviews. At the moment, I've interviewed for the liaison officer position. I'm not going to get into all that, what's involved in that position, because I've posted quite a bit on that. But essentially, he or she is the go-between between the leaders and the members, the officers and the members. So he does quite a bit, actually. So read up what I posted on the KL officer threads. Besides the liaison officer, we're also going to be picking out a officer position, frankly, that will exist in no other guild, because we meet up heavily, and we plan to meet up heavily in the state of Texas, and that is the position of regional prefect. Now, I got the word prefect. You know, you can Google it. It just means a region, I believe. But Texas, because we have, you know, some 50 members. Wait, actually, I'm going to combine DFW. We have like 70 members in DFW. We've got another 40 members in Houston. And then we've got a good group growing in Austin, a good group in San Antonio, and even a great group in a real small but tight-knit group in West Texas. So it behooves us to assign a particular member who kind of keeps track of the, you know, social stuff going on in that region. So that's what the regional prefect is about. We'll be looking towards particular members in those areas, whether it's DFW or Houston or San Antonio or Austin or Odessa, who want to step up and be in charge of getting people together in their regions and just, you know, hanging out with people every month or so, just to kind of keep everyone in the loop, and just to kind of make sure that as we get bigger, we also have a small town feel to us, which is like a perpetual challenge, because I know initially, man, believe it or not, we were once a 30-man guild, and I had members back then who were still with me, members who would ask me and said, you know, listen, Sir Sinis, where are we going with this? How big are we going with this? And frankly, I'd shrug my online shoulders and say, you know what, your guess is as good as mine. And, you know, we're going to take it as big as we can get. But if we ever get so big that I'm going to be like, hey, you know, who's that guy who did that podcast project, or who's that guy who did this for us? And if I can't recall these people who are an integral part of our guild, then we've gone too big, you know. So it's a perpetual challenge between growing, which I don't think is a bad thing, and yet at the same time to maintain like a small town feel. Like, hey, I know the crew in San Antonio, and Z's and Technotaz, and I know the peeps over there, and I know Hollick in Waco, and I know, you know, I don't want to start name dropping because I'm going to miss people. I know Roland up in Oklahoma, and Chainers in New Mexico. But if I start kind of like, where's this guy from? Where's this guy from? Then, you know, then I need to bone up on my members, because getting to know, you know, most of you to all of you is a big part of, you know, I think my job and the officer's job as well. So, but I'll pause if you guys want to comment on that.
I think the first comment I want to say is we got some awesome sound bites from you, apparently.
What?
I don't think you can see the chat, but it's great. We'll take it as big as we can get. Oh, man.
What?
I would
I would check the tape on that one.
What's going on in the chat?
They've quoted you, and it's awesome. Yeah, you're gonna have
All
a
right,
very
all right.
interesting soundbite from this.
All right, cool. Well, let me see if there's anything else. But yeah, that's yeah. So guild. I'm really excited about guild prefects. It's not a game position. It's not a military position, but it's a position where, listen, someone is in charge of Houston, someone's in charge of Dallas, someone's in charge of Fort Worth members, and it's a little bit of recruiting, it's a little bit of schmoozing, it's a little bit of like, the funny thing is, I'm not going to name names for this guy because he's a family man, but when we had the meetup, but I'm going to tell people who are listening who are very new to the guild, but when we met up our very first time, I think this was August the 26th in DFW. And it's specifically in the little quiet town of Bedford, which is, I think, near Fort Worth. So we hung out there, like 25 of us, husbands, wives, kids, members. We all hung out for some barbecue, chatted it up, had some trivia, gave some stuff away. It was really cool. And then in the evening, we kind of dispersed, and we kind of wanted to go to sports bars, so we walked across the street to a sports bar, and then after that, one of the members was like, "Hey, listen, we should go to a strip club." I was like, "What?" So yeah, that happened, and and this guy who's going to remain nameless because I don't want to embarrass him, but this guy basically, and a really cool guy, I love the guy, but this guy basically knew the owner of the strip club. So we walked in there, like 6 or 7 of us, and we walked in there. We nearly got comped. I mean, the guy almost waived the entrance fee, but basically we were got good seats. We were treated nice. One of our members got their first lap dance ever. I think he's still in a daze, frankly. But yeah, that's just some cool shit. And that night at DFW, we the same dude came with his laptop, and I didn't think it was going to be a membership drive, but he signed 2 people up who just who'd wandered in, with other people. So my point is, if that guy wanted to be the regional prefect of Fort Worth, and he wanted to do that, he frankly deserved it, because this is a guy who encompasses those qualities that I want, which is a guy who is connected with his particular region. Like, he knows what's going on, So that anecdote is for the reason of illustrating that, this is what I see in a regional prefect. A guy who's just kind of like the guy who brings people together. And I don't want to use guy to be gender biased. It could be a gal, too. If you ladies out there listening, you have a social aspect to you, and you would like to, organize and get members together in your region just to hang out and to social network, please PM me or fill out an application for our forums, and we'll certainly be very interested in talking to you. So that's just one illustration of obviously of many examples of things that set us apart from other guilds, besides our charities and our meetups and all that other stuff. This is strictly a position that is an officer position that no other guilds can have, because everybody, all their interaction is the event, and no one can hang out, and it's quite different from us. As of today, I'm starting this is a fresh announcement today. As of today, I'm starting a fundraiser for just to collect funds, and separately to buy tickets for members out of state to visit Texas. Okay, you heard that first, because I didn't plan that. I just made it up. All right, we'll solicit. Right. So
I think we should let him keep talking until he gets to the part where he decides to pay us to stay in Texas.
Yeah. Hell no. I need to be cut off. But I'm really excited about this, because I'm excited about our community in general. But I would love to, get a healthy budget. Now, our budget's pretty healthy already, but I would love to get a beefy guild budget where I could be like, listen, you know what? Once a year, I would love to do a drawing for people outside of Texas and just buy them a one-way ticket, hell, they're gonna have to figure out how to get back home. Okay, I'm not that pimp. You're gonna have to figure out how to get back home. I mean, those Canadians, the dude in Norway is stuck, man. All right, we fly him over here. I don't know what he's gonna do. But anyway, so I would love, and this is like the Wall of Crazy. We have Wall of Crazy too. You know, BioWare has one. We have one as well. Okay, and some stuff we're really. I mean, we've done a lot of crazy stuff in comparison to other guilds, frankly. You know, but this is on my Wall of Crazy. I would love to raise funds, you know, over time to be able to buy a ticket and do a lotto for people outside, our members outside of Texas, and get them a ticket, obviously round trip, you know, to come in town, either if it's Austin or DFW, and just, you know, hang out. I just think that would be cool, you know, because I really, a lot of people, I don't want to make them feel like, oh man, I'm not in Texas, I feel excluded. We do the best we can with our forums and our Facebook, and now with our podcast. I do my best taking photos of events I'm at in Texas to make sure, you know, people feel like, you know, in a way that they're there, or they can witness things that we see as well. But this is an additional way of involving, you know, listen, say Chainer, New Mexico, or Ronan up in Oklahoma, or, man, there's just too many people up to name, like Mactor and Danash up in Minnesota. I mean, we have 2 people on the East Coast. God, I can't even remember their names. They're in Massachusetts. So yeah, I mean, this would be incredibly fun for any of them to, you know, win this lotto, be able to come down and visit us, probably in Austin, you know, and just to hang out. So that would be that's on the Wall of Crazy. You know, we don't have to. We can just start thinking about it. But yeah, that's something I'm throwing out there, announcing it just for this inaugural podcast. Tomorrow I might wake up groggy and really be pissed off that I announced this and think it's a horrible idea. Right.
We have video and audio evidence, sir.
Yep. You're not getting out of this one.
All right. But as of tonight, it's a good idea. Excuse me, kids. As of tonight, it's a
We have a censor. You're fine.
Okay. All right.
Beep.
All right. Cool. So, yeah, let's see. That's about God, that's about all I can announce. That's about all I need to announce, because any other thing, it would be too much. As far as any other additional Caribicus, you know, that's it for the year. I may talk to the San Antonio and the Austin crew about another meetup a little bit closer to BioWare. I mean, on our little Wall Crazy, we might just buy like 10 boxes of donuts and swing by BioWare and, you know, drop them off and wish them a Merry Christmas or something. Whatever, guys.
I think we should eat the donuts with them.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can absolutely eat the donuts with them. You know.
I think we should get one of those big party cakes and have 3 of them delivered. A couple of us hide in them, and when they get inside, pop out.
I could fit in one of those.
Oh, I love it! Like a Trojan cake. I love it.
Yeah. Rate them.
Right.
That's better than what I was going to suggest. I was thinking, like, just do a full-out breakfast bar. Have them come in. I will cook for them.
Yeah, we'll try to grab some of their posters and some of their little mannequin things.
Our recent members, and I keep forgetting, and I should do a better job of this. We have a lot of newer members, so they don't even know what happened in Austin. So our most recent meetup was in Austin, which is, you know, as everyone should know, it's the headquarters of BioWare. So I had been in, you know, trying to contact BioWare desperately. I talked to some of our members to see if they could get in touch. What? Oh, yeah, no, I will. So yeah, I just wanted to schedule a tour of BioWare. I thought it'd be fun. So, but I could get nowhere. I got a number to Canada for EA, and I got their answering machine service, and I was like, you know what, this is horrible. This is not going to be good. But eventually, you know, someone told me to, like one of the game moderators told me to, community mods told me to email someone who emailed someone else, and eventually, lo and behold, David Bass, the senior community manager, basically he's the lord of the guild, I believe, He emails me back and says, hey, you know what? It sounds great. If I can, I mean, he's like, well, that weekend you're coming down,